It's that time again.
Time to hear a special guest talk with Indianapolis Kidcasters.
Welcome to the Kids Concern Show on Radio Disney 98.3 FM.
Hi, I'm Ryan, and I'm 8 years old, and I go to Town Meadow Elementary School.
Hi, I'm Madeline Quivy. I go to Brooksville Elementary in 3rd grade, and we're interviewing the cast of Easy Money.
Hey, thanks for having us here. We appreciate it. My name's Dan Hall, and I'm the director of Easy Money. And we have in the studio with us the executive producer, Terry Mann, and 3 of the cast members, which I will let them introduce themselves. And I am out of school.
Hi, I'm Jonas Gustafson. I go to Central Elementary in Lebanon.
Hi, I'm Molly Hall. I go to the Orchard School, and I'm 13.
Hi, I'm Emma Keenhorn. I go to St. Matthew's School.
And how old are you? 8. And my name is Terry Mann, and I'm the executive producer.
Okay.
How did you get involved with this movie?
Well, I'm the director's daughter, so it was really extremely hard for me not to be involved, but I'm glad I was.
I went through about 4 other kids, and we just said some of the lines, and that's just basically how I got involved.
Emma, how'd you get involved?
I met the director, and he wanted to be in the movie, so I went out and auditioned.
Yeah, and you met him where?
On the Monon.
Where? On the
On the
Monon. On the Monon.
Oh, that's right. With your mom.
Yeah.
Mama Lauren. That was a great question.
How old are you?
I'm 10 years old.
I am 12. I'll be 13 in a week.
I'm 8.
You're how?
8.
8, and I'm not going to tell you how old I am.
I'm not 10.
What is it like to be on the set?
Well, it's really fun because you get to do a lot of stuff. But we were shooting it in Dan's house, and he had all this like cool board games and stuff, so it was awesome.
Being on the set is kind of boring sometimes when you're just finished a scene. You're just kind of waiting around for a while, and then finally when they tell you, okay, it was wrong, to do it again, or okay, it was right, let's move on. So it was fun, but it was long, painful.
Long and painful. Oh.
It was fun. It was fun. A lot of fun.
Oh, children actors. How was it, Emma?
It was pretty fun.
It was pretty fun.
How was the food?
Good.
Wow. The food. Well, there's something I can talk about. It was very good. Very good.
2 thumbs
We
up.
ordered like KFC a couple of nights.
That was pretty fun.
How long have you been acting?
I've been acting since I was 5, doing commercials, and I've been doing voiceovers at stations just like this.
I've been acting pretty much for as long as I can remember. I've been doing plays and musicals, and recently I was just in my dad's second film, Easy Money.
And how'd you get started, Emma?
This is my first time.
Your first time.
It's okay.
This was her first acting job. She did a very good job.
What does the director do?
Oh, that's my question. Well, the director does a lot of things. He kind of like, first of all, he has to read the script, okay, and then he has to like get an idea of what the pictures and stuff are, in his head, and then he tries to tell and explain that to other people, like his vision of the story, his storytelling, and then he tells the actors to do crazy, wacky stuff. And sometimes the actors, especially like his daughter, will like say, "What? But Dad, what's my motivation here?" or something like that. And so we'd have to kind of work through that, but it's fun. And then you get to, the director like eats the food the same as the actors and stuff, and gets to hang out in the RV, and it's just a lot of fun. And I get to say like action and cut.
Whoa. That's a wrap.
And that's a wrap. So it's pretty cool. I like that.
What's the best part of being an actor?
Basically going new places, meeting new people, and just playing out, having fun. I mean, it's pure fun.
Well, for me, I think it's great. Like, you can pretend to be somebody you're not and get paid to do it, or have lots of fun doing it, or entertain more people by pretending to be somebody you're not. And I love it. It's great.
What do you like about it?
Just having fun because it's really, because you can do a lot of funny things and there's some things that are really, really serious.
Mm-hmm. How about that stinky dog that was on the set?
Well, I don't know. That guy was a one-hit wonder one time. He just took one take and he was done.
You're not talking about me, are you?
He had it easy.
Stinky dog? No.
He had
No,
it
the
easy.
stinky. No, you'd be like the stinky
Director.
pit bull or something.
Oh, okay.
Stinky dog.
Do you live in Indianapolis?
I don't. As I said, I live in a town, Lebanon. It's basically about 30 minutes away from Indianapolis. Sorry.
Yeah, I live in Indianapolis, born and raised.
I live in Indianapolis.
Is this the first movie you have ever directed?
No, I've directed 2 other movies. One is 587, The Great Train Robbery, which will soon be available in like Walmarts and Targets and stuff. And then the other movie that I directed that stars Terry and my daughter Molly is called Little Treasure Hunters, and it's on Showtime. And you can see it, I think it's on like 4 times this month, including, I don't know if you know, but it's on your birthday.
Really?
Yes, in the morning. So I just thought I'd share that with you all. So this is my 3rd movie. That's a good question.
And this is my first movie to produce, but I have done 3 other movies as an actor. So I've been involved in 4 movies so far.
How long did it take to film the movie?
It took quite a long time. I mean, with editing and all, and we had to do voiceovers. It took a couple of months, a year to get it all done.
It takes a while. I mean, the shooting part of it didn't take all that long, probably 6 weeks or so. But the editing takes months, and the voice, like you said, you have to go back and lip sync your voices and stuff like that, and add special effects. And we had to get Jonas in there stomping his feet a couple times. And then there's a nose picking scene. which
What?
we had
There
to-
is not.
Oh, that's another movie I'm thinking about.
Fight it. What?
So, but it takes a long time, but it's worth it, I think, because really what you're doing is you're making something that's going to last for a long time and impact a lot of people. And on the movies that we make, we try to have a really good message for everybody that watches it. They can walk away with a good feeling about who they are and maybe learn a lesson or 2. So that's what I know. That was a good question also. Very
Thank
good.
you.
You're welcome.
Where is this movie going to be released?
You had that too, didn't you?
Yes, I
May I,
was going to say that.
may I answer that
Yeah,
question?
go ahead.
We are having the world premiere of Easy Money on April 13th. That's a Thursday night, downtown at the Indiana Historical Society at 450 West Ohio Street. We have 2 screenings, a 6 o'clock show and an 8 o'clock show, and we'd love for all of your listeners to call us and reserve tickets, buy tickets for the shows, and we can give you that phone number. That would be 317-685-9103. Did I answer your question? Okay, I'm just rolling on and on here.
We're getting like a look.
So
from the
call
producer.
317-685-9103, and we'd love to sell you some tickets to come see these charming, beautiful kids in this wonderful film.
Come on by.
Oh, and
That's
then
me.
it'll be shown at the Greenbrier
yes.
Cinema right after that until people stop coming to see it. So if you can't catch the premiere, go there and watch it as many times as you can. And then in addition to that, we have I suppose I could tell them we're working on we just signed a DVD distribution deal, so it'll be in Blockbusters and all that kind of stuff throughout the country later this.
Don't forget the Cinema Grill. It will open there April 15th and run on the weekends, and that's at 86th and Ditch Road.
My question was, and I still think I'm in school by raising my hand. I have a Blockbuster in my small town of Lebanon, and do you think it might be there, or?
Yes, I think it might be there. I'm pretty confident about that.
Well,
So
then,
we could do some special.
then
premiere
that's
there.
extra bragging.
That's extra bragging.
We're really hoping it.
That's
Is
really
there.
good. So what's your next question?
How many hours a day did you have to work on the movie set?
Well, as a kid, you have a limited number of hours
day.
Yeah. And
What is that? 14 a day, I think. Or something?
I think it's 16, actually.
Yeah.
no.
I love working on the set.
Really, if it was 16 hours, it flew by.
We're just joking.
It depends really on what scene we were doing or how the weather was. It was bad weather. We couldn't really do a lot of scenes outside. Or it depends on what set we were on or wherever. It just depended mostly. But usually it was about maybe on a long day, maybe like 6 hours maybe. And usually about a short day would be like 2 or 3 hours.
I don't remember any days like that.
Well, for the kids, that was for the kids. But I think for the adults,
Oh,
it's a
okay.
little
You're
bit
saying
longer.
for how long the kids had to act.
Emma, how long was it for you?
I really don't know. I was more busy having fun than worrying about the time.
She was just having so much fun, the time just flew by.
Yeah,
Just-
So is-
sometimes
I
we
liked
got
working
to
on my
nighttime
birthday.
and we had to like set up the lights, and when there's like scenes where we had to shoot outside in the night, and it was cold. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was fun.
Did you ever
That's
get
fine,
scared at
getting
night or not? Or anything like that?
No, kind of fun.
I never got scared.
Why did you decide to be an actor?
I've
I did it.
actually I sing and I do plays as Molly did, and I did one play when I was about in I don't know, preschool, and I thought it was just awesome to be in. I mean, it's hard work nonetheless, but it's just awesome to be an actor.
I think ever since I was little, I was always pretending to be like a queen or something, and then as soon as I got into acting, it was like, whoa, I can make people happy by doing this, and like entertain people by pretending to be a princess or something.
Which is
When you did the movie, did you miss school or have a tutor on the set?
Good question.
I didn't have a tutor, I'd say. Tutor, funny word. But I did have to skip some school and take homework with me to the set. Whenever I was off set, either I was messing around doing my homework.
I got to miss some school, and that was pretty awesome. You know, aside all of the lights and the cameras and
Just
friends
so your teachers
and-
don't hear this.
but they really were supportive most of the time. They didn't really give me a lot of homework. Maybe they didn't know I was leaving or not, but they didn't really give me a lot of homework, and they'd help me catch up if I missed school.
How about you, Emma? Did you miss a lot of school?
I didn't miss a lot, but I did miss a few minutes every now and then.
A few minutes every now and then?
Yeah. Is the movie Molly Echo in the movie like you? Is Alex in the movie like you?
Alex is a computer whiz kid, and he can type very fast, which I can not do. Heck, I think I might not get a career at typing. But Alex is like me in a bratty way, so I'd say 50-50.
Well, I think my character, which is Molly, and I'm Molly, but same name, different. Molly in the movie was a lot more meaner than I think I am.
Yeah.
But I think we are pretty much alike, I guess. Except for usually I don't think I'd beat up people at school because I loaned them money and they didn't pay it back right away. Plus interest, of course.
She was a bit of a bully, wasn't she?
She really was.
Yeah.
But as soon as she
Very
left school,
scared.
she was okay.
Yeah. You gotta-
How about you? Is Echo anything like Emma?
I'm very much like my character in the movie. I'm the same.
You're the same.
Do you echo anybody?
Yes.
Can you give us an example? How does that work?
Basically, I listen to what my sister says, my mom, parents say. Then most of the time I'll echo them, and I think the same situation. Most of the time it's different, and sometimes I like to use them against them.
What was a challenge you had during the movie?
The challenge I had was a very big challenge. I broke my elbow during the movie, and we had the scene where I had to we had to pull people out, and so we had to really be flexible around that and to not make my arm get hurt. And in the background, there's my mom going, "Oh no, what's gonna happen?" And it was, but yeah, it was difficult doing that scene. I fell on it and it didn't really hurt, but it, there weren't. That was the main one. I mean, there might have been some others, but I just.
How did you break your arm?
I was actually it was fall break, and I was in a gym, and they just got the floors waxed, and I was playing basketball, and I fell and just landed on my elbow, and yeah, it hurt.
Well, I think the greatest challenge for me was working with my dad. It was, well, I
That
love my
is
dad,
challenging.
but
I'll agree with you there, Mom.
Yeah.
Did you say love your dad?
sometimes.
Okay.
But it was a lot difficult, really difficult for me because I didn't really want to listen to him. Like, no, he doesn't know what he's talking about. Da, 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 da. But then I had to listen to him because he was the director, and I was kind of under him in that situation. Like, I had to do what he said. So it was different than our household everydayness.
I think the biggest challenge for me in the movie is just playing the character that I really don't know how to echo people and sound like them. And a lot of the times because I can make my eyes big when I don't know, but when Dan wants me to make my eyes big, I don't know how to do that.
You don't know how to make your eyes big.
I do when I don't know I am, but when people want me to, I can't. I don't know why.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard to know what you're doing with your face. Did you have a hard time learning your lines?
No, but there was one scene that I didn't know I had a line at all.
I think that was
That
my biggest
happens.
challenge, was remembering my lines.
Yeah, that happens. You
Garden
you see the camera for like the first time, and it's the first scene, and then you just freeze. And then,
Deer in headlights.
okay.
What is the film about?
The movie is about 3 kids, which is us, of course, and they get a scam email from Nigeria that says, if you give us a bank account number, we'll give you $3 million. So we were like, whoa, money. So there was also a trap set up so that if somebody used that account number, they would get the money. So the money gets wired to a bank account, but nobody knows which bank account it is, and then the Nigerians come and steal our little sister Echo.
Oh, that's a sad part.
So sad.
See, that wasn't such a big burn for me. I'm like, oh, my sister stole him.
That was fun.
Where's yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah.
That one scene. I got picked.
And poker.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
And I still haven't forgotten my dad.
Let's play for your
He
guns.
taught me how to play.
Echo, did you know how to play poker?
A bit, not really.
We actually played a lot of poker on the set.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we played with
I'm the one who started that trend.
what?
I'm the one who started to play with the guards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of the guards, he played quite a lot too.
Yeah.
In the as Molly said in the trailer, and
Potato
Me
chips. Whatever
me
you get our
and-
hands on.
Me and the guards played for pennies. That was fun.
And then you
For
played,
pennies,
but then you played for the gun.
Yeah, that was fun.
I think it's illegal to gamble in Indiana, isn't it?
Not in the movie.
Just kidding. Of course, it's legal in movies. We were
What did your
making a
mom
movie.
and dad think about you being in the movie?
well, when my parents got the call, I was doing a local show, in Indiana, and they told me that I'm interviewing for a movie, and I'm like, you're kidding. And they go, no. And I jumped around the whole auditorium all through notes.
Well, if you want to know how my dad thinks about it, just ask him because I'm not too sure. But my mom was happy.
Because I like working with I make these movies because I love my children, Alex and Molly. Those are the characters that I write about. So we have a good time doing that, and we try to do stories that we can do around here in our backyard, and on the river, and in Nigeria, which is sort of our backyard, but a little further away.
What did your mom and dad think about it?
My mom wasn't so thrilled. My dad was pretty much jumping around the house.
Molly, did you drive the car?
Well, I wish I did. I really do. It was the coolest car. It was like a lime kind of greenish car with hydraulics, which means it's like bounces up and down. It was an old Cadillac.
And I got thrown into the front seat.
That was fun.
Well, we really just had it on a tow truck, sort of connected to another car. And I just got to turn the steering wheel back and forth.
Poor you.
I know, it was sad. It was the coolest car ever.
Yeah, it was a very cool car.
What is your acting experience?
Well, I do quite a lot of local shows around Lebanon. One called The Follies, which this might be our last year with as they say, the LEF, Lebanon Educational Foundation, and we're hoping that we can get a local sponsor to sponsor us. And I've been doing that ever since I was about 3, I think.
I've been in 2 movies, both my dad's. Little Treasure Hunters, which is on Showtime, and this one, of course. And then I have done a lot of plays since I was little, musicals and whatever I can get my hands on.
Recently.
I really haven't done anything. I have not done any acting experience at all.
Have you
Good
done
for your
anything
first time.
anything at school?
What did you learn?
You know, every experience in life, you learn things. And so even though this was a lot of fun and there were some challenges in that, what did you walk away with? What did you learn about it?
I learned how to talk a lot faster on set and in front of a camera. You didn't.
Mine's actually the opposite, because I usually talk really fast and slur my words, so I had to learn how to talk clearer and slower.
Most of the time, my friends are telling me to repeat things about 9 or 10 times before. And that's just to get the first 5
They kind
words.
of rag on you.
Did it cost a lot of money to make the movie?
That's a Terry question.
Take it away, Terry.
Well, yes. Your Steven Spielberg, no, it didn't cost a lot of money, as far as he would be concerned. But to me, it was a lot of money. I think it was a lot of money. Yeah, you know. That's about all I can say about that.
Did the dog bite you?
Did the dog bite anybody?
No, but
I don't think so.
as
No.
people say, it was a stinky dog indeed.
Did you quit talking about me like that?
No, we weren't talking about you. We're talking about the dog.
Oh,
Not
okay.
distant.
That was fun when we got to climb
Whose
up the
dog
wall.
was
He was
it?
a funny dog, wasn't he? Oh, well, actually, there was 2 dogs in the film.
The growly dog?
Yeah, the ones.
there's
they
the
look
growling
like the ones
dog.
At Target.
The growling dog, and then the one that...
Target.
Yeah, they look like the dogs at Target.
His name is Max. That's his real name.
Oh, yeah, I like him. I like
Be
him.
called Target.
Yeah, it's a bull terrier.
It's a bull terrier. I think that's a bull terrier.
Oh, those
But the dogs, you know, working with animals
It's fun.
and children in the
I love
same movie was kind of challenging. So we had, you know, separate dishes for the dog and the kids, so that when they ate in the trailer, they weren't, you know, so we had separate food for the dogs and separate food for the kids.
Thank you. We liked your movie Easy Money. What is your favorite Disney character and why?
Mine would have to be Hercules, because I love reading about mythology, and it's not Norse or Egyptian. It's really Greek, and Hercules is a Greek god, and it had some things that I did not know about Hercules, but he is well, I've had that movie ever since I was like 2, so.
I'm not exactly sure, but I think mine would either have to be Tinkerbell or... Oh, yeah! I love Mulan. Yeah, that was definitely my favorite. She was like she was kind of like, she's supposed to be like all, like a girl kind of, but she dressed up like a guy and then saved her dad. And she was a good character. If you haven't seen Mulan, you should go watch it.
Who's the mermaid? What's her name?
Ariel.
I like Ariel. That's who I like. She's
Me?
pretty.
Yes, you.
Well, they're all my favorite, but this is gonna because I'm older than you guys.
My favorite would have to be, I think. I think Mulan because
Mulan's awesome.
she's powerful and she
right there.
I thought that she was posing as Mulan. She's powerful and she really does really cool things. And I need to probably stop talking. And I think it portrays a really good thing for young girls that they can be strong and believe in themselves and do great things. So take that home.
Thank you for coming.
Bye-bye.
You're welcome.
Bye.
It was
That's a wrap.
awesome.
Come see our movie, Easy Money, April 13th at...
And remember, autographs will be outside.
Thanks for listening to the Kids Concern Show
Join us again next Saturday for more great discussions.
from Radio Disney 98.3 FM.